Thanks for watching. I'm Margot Kinberg, and this is In the Spotlight, a closer look at a crime novel. Some crime novels invite the reader to ask, what would I do? Would I do the same thing? It's a way of inviting the reader to invest in the story. Let's take a look at a book like that today and turn the spotlight on Susan Walter's As Good as Dead. Holly Kendrick's husband, Gabriel, has been killed in a hit-and-run crash, and Holly saw the whole thing. The car's owner, wealthy and powerful Hollywood mogul Jack Kimball, knows that if word of what's happened gets out, he could lose everything. So he and his attorney, Evan, approach Holly and her daughter, Savannah, with another plan. In return for Holly's and Savannah's silence about the accident, Jack offers to provide a luxurious lifestyle for them, complete with a multi-million-dollar home in an exclusive community. On the one hand, Holly wants nothing to do with the man who killed her husband, and she doesn't want to prostitute herself. On the other, she was involved in the accident and faces very expensive medical treatment. What's more, she and Gabriel weren't doing well financially to begin with, so the thought of being able to provide better for Savannah is irresistible. And in the end, as Holly puts it, we were bought and paid for. We made a deal with the devil. It sounds like a straightforward plan, and at first things fall into place, but it's not going to be easy. For one thing, Holly is still uncomfortable about the arrangement. For another, the neighbors in the exclusive community of Calabasas are curious about the new arrival. So Holly will have to find a way to get along with them and be pleasant while at the same time guarding her secret. And as we learn, some of the neighbors have secrets of their own. Most importantly, though, Holly and Savannah are grieving Gabriel's loss. They grieve differently, but both are devastated. Little by little, as the story moves on, we find that things aren't entirely as they seem, and uncovering the truth could be very costly. So what are the elements woven through this story? What are the things that keep the story together? Well, there is an element, as I mentioned before, of what would you do? We might say we might never make an agreement like the one Holly makes, but how true is that, really? What would you do in the same situation? It's not an easy question. There's also suspense as readers slowly learn the truth about the characters. I don't want to say more for fear of spoilers, but plenty of things are not as they seem, and an important element in the story is that reveal. The story is told from a variety of points of view, including Holly's, Savannah's, Jack's, and Evan's. These changes in perspective give the reader insights and are part of the way in which several layers are peeled back and certain truths and relationships revealed. Chapter titles indicate whose perspective is being shared at a given point, but readers who prefer only one point of view will notice this. The story moves back and forth in time, starting with Holly waking up in the hospital, then to the accident, then slightly before the accident, then as Holly moves into the house, and so on. So readers will want to pay attention as the pieces of the story fit together. Woven throughout the story is also the strong presence of grief. No couple is perfect, but it's not spoiling the story to say that Holly truly did love Gabriel and mourns his loss. Savannah also grieves, although it's in a different way, and Walter doesn't gloss over that. It's also worth noting that Holly and Savannah have a strong and functional bond. They have their moments, but readers who are tired of family dysfunction will appreciate this. As Good as Dead is a gradual unfolding of secrets as the family picks up the pieces of life after a tragic death. It raises the interesting question of what we might do in the same situation and shows the impact that sudden death has on the people involved. This has been In the Spotlight. I'm Margot Kinberg. Thanks for watching.